Hey, what's going on, y'all? How's it going? It's another day out here in the Sunday. Oh, let me Texas, man. But we got some work to do today. We got some things we're gonna knock out or try to knock out today. First things first, I found that yellow tarp over there the other day in the middle of the road. So we're gonna take that tarp, swing it over here, put it up here somehow, some way, and block off some of that. I'm gonna try to anyway. But yeah, and then after that, the 350 is gonna get some freeze plugs, and then also possibly try to fit or see if this radiator is gonna fit in the Nissan. So that's what we got to do today. That's what we got going on. Let's get to work, do something productive, and go from there. So let's get there. Okay, you guys, so my bad. I'm missing some clips. I'm missing some things because my camera, for some reason, stop, Hazel. Ain't nothing for you to play with. Because my camera, for some reason, I think it was because of a setting. Hazel, stop. For some reason, it was a setting on there, and I pressed record and it didn't record, so I don't know what's going on, but this is about as far as I've gotten so far. Got the tarp up there, put a few screws in it, so hopefully it keeps some of the wind out, some of the cold out, some of the heat out, all that. So yeah, we're gonna finish up and string it up as far as we can along the top of the garage. So let's see how far we get. Alright, y'all, so it ain't pretty, but it don't need to be. It gonna block some of that wind coming in, some of the weather coming in, and stop up a few more of them holes than it was before. So in the bottom, need to put probably build up some sand or some dirt or something, put it right there. Yeah, but yeah, that's what we got. So let's get to work on the car. Alright, y'all, so we got the two front freeze plugs in, but sadly we're gonna have to take the motor out to get to the ones on either side, the two that's on either side of the 350. As y'all know, the ones in the back I already put in before I put the granny 4-speed on. So the 350 and the granny 4-speed gonna have to come back out of the Nissan again, so we can put those freeze plugs in, because one of the freeze plugs is right behind the motor mounts of the 350. So go through the process of pulling this 350 out again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes back in easier than it did the last. So let's just get to work, pull this 350 out, and put these freeze plugs in. Wait, before we do that, before we get to work, my dad showed up and we were talking about whether this radiator fit or not in a Nissan. So let's see what it looks like in the car. So we put the radiator that we got, or that was given to us, and we tried to fit it off in there, and obviously it's too tall, it's too wide. So eventually somewhere down the road I'm just gonna have to buy one that's the size for the Nissan, and also we'll go with the 350 water spouts. So at least we found that out, that we gotta get another radiator. But I guess get to taking the 350 out, since that's pretty much what we have to do now anyway. But forget. What else we gotta do to this thing? Oh yeah, my dad brought a drive shaft for me to make the connection to the other drive shaft between the one that's on the back of the 4-speed and the old drive shaft that came out the Nissan. So we got drive shaft material to make another drive shaft for the Nissan. So that's one thing out the way too. But yeah, I'm just dreading pulling out this 350. But let's get to work, get it out the Nissan, and keep on moving forward. Oh, what's up, y'all? It's another day. Nope, didn't forget my keys in my truck, so I can shut that. Yeah, it's another day, y'all, and we back outside with the Nissan. Man, I really tell y'all, man. A brother been procrastinating on getting this 350 back out of the Nissan. It was a mother putting it in. It won't be a mother pulling it out because it's just gonna come out. But it was really a tough time putting it back in. That last time around, it was real. And I go on procrastinating on getting it done, but it has to come out. It needs to come out because I had to put the freeze plugs in. I should have put them in when I put the other ones in. When I put the granny 4-speed on, because I put the freeze plugs in the back. So I should have went ahead and put them all in, but now I gotta take it out and get the ones on the side, and there's one inevitably behind the motor mount. So yeah, I don't want to. I'm in my head. It's sounding like it's gonna be a real hard problem, real long project type thing. But the process should go easy. Just in my head, I know it's probably gonna be some kinks, but hey, the first time is always hard, and the second time is supposed to be easier. So let's go ahead and get started where we left off yesterday, getting going ahead and trying to pull this 350 out of the Nissan again, and put the freeze plugs in it. All right, y'all. Let's stop procrastinating. I don't know. Let's just get to work.
I'm about to go pay these bills and shit.
That crispy ass nigga Eli.
How y'all doing?
Oh,
we out here with the Maxwell Mechanics today in Hazel.
Yup.
Finna get this shit together, go to these drift competitions and shit.
Hey, you know it. Hey, don't go tell them about your podcast, man.
Oh, yeah. Sooner or later, we're gonna come out with a West Texas podcast.
Hey, that sound good. That name sound good.
We don't know what the fuck's gonna be on it yet, but it's gonna be some real enlightful type shit, entertainment. So y'all just tune in, tap in type shit, and I'll keep you posted.
Oh God, man, we gonna get on there. We thinking about it. We already got a YouTube channel ready to go for it. So we gonna try to post a little something on there. Get up and get us a good podcast going. Might have reactions, political beliefs. Might even do religion if y'all can handle it. This boy Eli over here, he got good quotes, good facts on religion.
I got a PhD in spirituality, man. So y'all tune in, tap in. The Christians don't get booty hurt, cause y'all might not like what I got to say, but it's all gonna be facts, straight up.
Hazel. Now ain't nobody trying to play all day. All right, y'all. My boy just pulled up on me, man. So let me chop it up with him real quick, and I'm gonna get back to y'all. Well, actually, we just gonna cut it right here and get right to work. So this is about as far as I've gotten on getting the engine out. But the thing is, I think the Nissan was on the ground. Actually, I actually believe it was on the ground before I had jacked it up to here when I put the 350 in the Nissan. So we're gonna have to drop the Nissan, get it back down on the ground because, for one, transmission's not clearing the subframe, and then two, the jack is gonna be too high and it's gonna be running into that board right there. So that's why I'm saying I'm pretty positive that the Nissan was on the ground before that when I put the 350 in it. So we're gonna have to drop it down, drop the Nissan down, get it back down on the ground, and that's cool. So we're gonna go this far out the way and get the 350 back out the Nissan again. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up the whole car. Go ahead and clean up the motor, clean up the transmission, scrub it down, wash it off, get some of that dirt off, and clean up the engine bay too while it's at it, while it's already out. So go ahead and get all that done, and then after that, slap it back in, see what's up. Then I got a drive shaft too. My dad dropped off to me that we can go ahead and try to build a drive shaft for it. So yeah, but right now, let's get this Nissan back down on the ground so we can pull the rest of the way out. Pull the 350 all the way. So we can pull the 350 the rest of the way out of the Nissan. So this really sucks. I did not want to pull this motor back out, but whatever. Let's get it done. And I know the last thing you guys want to see is me go up and down with this thing again. So let me do the snap trick again right quick. Put these fingers together. Rub them together for good luck, and alright guys, so I've been scrubbing on the engine block, oil pan, everything over here. Although the 350 wasn't really dirty itself, like the engine block, the heads and stuff was never really dirty. Because if you guys remember from a video way back in the day, I hot tanks or whatever, electrolysis, whatever you call it. I put it in a hot tank with lose the electrical to clean it up and everything. So the engine, the 350 was never really that dirty, but this thing right here was gunky, dirty, everything else, and I still can't get all the dirt off because all I got is just that little tool off the, off the end of the broom. It's a little scrubber deal, but I can only get it in so many places, and that's pretty much all I got is that little scrubber deal and some Dawn dish soap. So, you know, I ain't got no degreaser or nothing like that. So, but yeah, so I'm just doing the best I can with what I got and trying to make it work. It is getting a little bit more clean than it originally was, but I'm not gonna be able to get it pristine clean like I want to. So, because I don't have something that's gonna eat through that grease real good. I got Dawn dish soap, but it ain't the greaser or nothing, something real powerful, you know. I ain't got nothing like that, and I ain't got all the tools. I just got the end of a scrubber brush, and that's it. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and we trying to make it work as good as we can. So, but anyway, that's That's what I'm dealing with right now. But since I got this all pretty much cleaned up, it's about as good as I can. I'm really not happy with the transmission. I just can't I can't get it as clean as I want to. I've been scrubbing on it for a minute, and it's just like that grease and that dirt will not budge. It won't move. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go since the motor is on this side like this already. We're gonna go ahead and knock these freeze plugs in, and take this motor mount off, and knock the freeze plug in on this side too. And then we're gonna flip it over, flip it up, and then do the other side of the transmission and the 350. All right, y'all. So we got it out. Finally got it out. Let me show y'all. I got y'all on the hand camera. My bad. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, y'all. We finally got it out. Got both of these sides in. This one's a little beat up because I was using the smaller socket. But man, this thing right here, well, this one's okay, but this thing right here was troublesome trying to get out up here. I mean, I was prying, pulling, everything, but the one thing I wasn't doing was twisting it to the side, so I can get a good leverage on it. So that's why it really gave me a problem. But man, I didn't know what I was gonna do there for a minute. Thought I had messed up, but luckily we got it out and everything before it got too late. It kind of ate up a lot of my day. At least we got half the transmission clean. You know, we got half the transmission clean, half the small block scrubbed down a little bit as best we could. I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm not going to scrub it down. I think I'm going to take the Nissan to the car wash. Also load up the 350 into the back of the truck and take it to the car wash and spray the engine bay and the motor down. That way the water pressure will do better than me trying to scrub it, you know? So that's the next step. But right now I'm gonna call it another day because I have to go to the store. The store closes at, I believe, 9. It's gonna be 7, so I gotta go to the store, pick up some stuff so I can cook tonight and have a nice meal tonight. So we're gonna pick this back up tomorrow again. I'll just see y'all tomorrow. Yo, what's up, y'all? Excuse me. I'm just waking up, fresh up out of bed, and I'm looking kind of rough right now. But I was editing, and I realized I lost my outro. So my fault, y'all. I lost my outro somehow, some way. I don't know. But yeah, it's the end of the video. So I'll see you next time, my peoples, my fans, my family, my brothers and sisters. Man, I see you next time. Peace out, man. Y'all have a nice day.